What's up, YouTube? So I just wanted to post a video for people that are running into issues, starting issues with Jeep Compass. And it's been like a week process here, but I just want to show you what I found. So let me turn this around. All right, so right here, I have a 2011 Jeep Compass Latitude 4x4. It has a 2.4 liter automatic. So here's where I'm at. Inside the driver's side fender, I came out here a week ago, went to go start my car. Keep in mind it's been running normal, been running fine, and I've had no issues. I came out the one morning and it would crank no start. So I started digging into it, doing some research, going on YouTube, reading forums, things like that, and I found that a common problem is the automatic shutdown relay in these vehicles. So I already have things somewhat back together here, but inside this black box, if you open up your fender well, you just pull it back, it'll be up in here to the left behind your driver's side headlight. This black box is your relay box, and there's like 5 or 6 relays in there. So when you pull that box out right here, mine was so bad, it was so brittle that the clip broke, so I zip tied it back on just to hold it in its original spot. But these usually have a clip that just slide down on this metal piece in the back here. So if you pull that out, you take off the top cover, the box actually comes apart underneath too. So if you take off the top part, there's 4 little clips, one at each corner on the bottom piece. You can slide that off, and you got all the wires going and pinning into the bottom of the tray that holds the relays. So the bottom right corner, once you pull it out and you turn it around, this one right here is going to be your low speed cooling fan relay. A lot of people mistake that for your ASD relay, but it's not. It's your low speed cooling fan relay. The one in the middle, which is going to be the one right below it, is your actual auto shutdown relay. So when I pulled my relay out here, the low speed cooling fan relay, it's a 5-pin connector, and the one on the top right corner was actually broken off inside the tray from corrosion, water. Personally, I think it's a bad design, just because this is a bad spot for it. So it gets hit with a lot of water and crap like that. So my relay, the pin that broke off, I couldn't get it out. I didn't want to risk damaging anything else because there are other relays in there as well. So what I did was I bought a universal 5-pin relay with a pigtail connector. I went to a local Pep Boys, and I had to look up, which I did find on Google, a wiring schematic. So this right here, I have this, try to get it up here out of the way. This here is my pigtail for my 5-pin universal relay that I bought. And this here is a relay. Not the one that came with it, but I had it laying around. Bosch. So I don't know if you can see that right there, but those are how the relay works on this specific one that I got. 12 volt, 30 amp. I don't know if you can see a part number up there, if that helps you. The one I bought at Pep Boys, let me see where it was at. I don't know where it went. But anyway, the one I bought at Pep Boys looked just like that, but it was black. This one obviously is metal, so I chose to go with that. So anyway, I looked up a wiring schematic because it's slightly different. The relay that goes in there looks something like this. And this one right here on the top right corner, this one right here is the pin that was broken off when I pulled mine out of my box. So obviously I couldn't put a new one in, so what I did was I bought this relay. I looked up a wiring schematic. It's a 5-pin relay, but you're only going to be using 4 of them. So the one here, I just cut the tip off and then heat shrinked it. The other ones here, I used electrical tape on the ends just for safe measure, but they are heat shrinked and connected. So I did that, and I was like, okay. So what I did was I put everything back together, and I start poking around with my voltmeter. And if you have a Jeep similar to mine, your fuse box underneath the hood on the driver's side is going to look like this. So I was seeing where I had power, where I didn't. And this fuse right here, it's fuse number 32. It's a 30 amp fuse, is the 30 amp fuse for your automatic shutdown relay. These fuses here, which I believe is 23 and 26, they're 15 amp fuses. This one and this one right here are also for your auto shutdown relay. So I was trying to figure out why I wasn't getting power, when it's supposed to be energized and all that. And I was poking around. I took off my TIP'em, which is this whole unit right here. There are other YouTube videos that are very helpful to show how to disconnect them without damaging them. Disconnecting your battery. I zip tied temporarily my 2 battery terminals together to help drain this while I was working on it, because if you get hit with that, it's going to suck. No matter how you do it, it's going to hurt. So I did that, and I had high hopes, but still had a crank no start. Poking around with the voltmeter more, I found that I was getting no power to my injectors. I could hear my fuel pump kicking on. Lights inside, dash, the whole 9, everything was working, but I wasn't getting power when I needed it. So I was like, okay, and I started poking around a little bit more. So this is the wire harness up inside my driver's side fender well. You can see I started cutting back some of the tape that was on here from factory just so I could investigate a little bit what the F was going on. So I was poking around here, and this here, I don't know if you can see it, this brown wire with a white stripe. As you can see, I've done a repair here. This brown wire with the white stripe is a power wire that goes to your auto shutdown relay. It goes inside this box here. So if you have the cover off and you look at where your ASD is located, this is one of the power wires that go up underneath it, behind it. So I was looking around and I found a spot on that wire that had a green corrosion mark. I missed it the first time. It was really hard to see, but I found it this time around, and it was very brittle in the middle there. So I decided to investigate, and I cut it right where it was corroded, and there was no metal left inside. It was just burned up, must have ground it out, water, you know, who knows. But I prepared it. I used this piece of wire here. It was the only thing I had that was similar gauge wire. I connected it, got all that buttoned up, got my ground, all my fuses back in place and all that. And now I come inside here, turn the key, start it up. Battery's a little low because I've been testing and whatnot, so I gotta let it charge up. But no check engine light, and it starts up on its own power. Just checking things out here, make sure nothing's getting hot, make sure everything looks good. The relay did what it was supposed to do, and that's it. So I hope this helps you, and please like the video. Thanks.